Hi, I'm Dr. Maisha Claiborne, and I help organizations and leaders create an environment where their people feel seen, heard, respected, and valued. I want to talk a little bit today about how we often sacrifice our bodies in service of our minds. What do I mean by that? That sounds weird, right? Well, I was doing a talk at a national conference just a few weeks ago, and one of the things I talked about, and this is one of the things I teach as I do work with leaders, as I coach leaders around building trust and safety, is emotional intelligence. And we talk about emotional intelligence, we're talking about the ability to become aware of, to name, to honor, to regulate, so that we can navigate and communicate our emotions at any given time. And when I talk about this in spaces, one of the things that I notice people do is intellectualize this concept. But in order to really get emotional intelligence, we have to come out of our head and into our bodies. And depending on what field you work in, as you know, I'm a physician by training, you may be conditioned out of feeling the feelings in your body. In fact, oftentimes we're asked, because of this go, go, go society, we are asked to ignore our own bodily functions. And so what it leads to is us not having a clear connection always with how we're feeling in our bodies to give us access to name what's going on in our minds, what's going on and how we're feeling. And so what I call that is sacrificing the body in service of the mind. And when it comes to emotional intelligence, we must return to the body in order to be able to even become aware that we're experiencing a shift and a change in emotion. And so what I invite you to do is to begin to, on a regular basis, notice what you're feeling in your body. And it may start out with something simple, like if you're hungry, notice your stomach is growling and notice that that means you're hungry, right? Or if you feel a tension in your neck, notice that you feel a tension in your neck and identify, oh, what is going on? What's going on around me that may be having me have tension in my neck? So it's a start to be able to allow the body's intelligence, my mentor Robert Dilts calls it the somatic intelligence, to communicate to you. Because oftentimes we talk about the mind communicating to the body, but as you know, even in between people, communication is bidirectional. Dialogue is two people, two directions. And so just with communication, the communication between our mind and our body is bidirectional. And oftentimes we come from the mind and we are not often as much listening to our body. So we want to allow our bodies to also communicate so that we can identify what is going on, what values may be violated, what boundaries may be violated, what emotions am I feeling now. And the purpose of that is so that we can know what is the next right thing to do to take care of ourselves. And so I invite you to begin to notice what's going on in your body. Allow your body's intelligence to begin to communicate with your mind. And you can download Mood Meter. It's a free app that helps you to kind of be able to label what you're feeling as an emotion. Or you can also download what's called a feelings wheel. And as you notice what's going on with your body and identifying what's going on around you that could be contributing to what your body's communicating to you, then you can actually choose, well, what is that emotion? And this is one of the ways that we began to expand our emotional intelligence, our emotional fluency. The first step is to slow down and allow the body to speak to you. And by the way, when we can expand that emotional intelligence or that emotional fluency, it actually enhances our communication. It enhances our listening, and it enhances our capacity to connect with others. So if you're noticing there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of challenges with communications, emotional intelligence could be a factor. And I invite you to reach out to me. I'd love to speak with you because the work that I do is all about creating trust, connection, and safety between people through effective trauma-informed communication. So I'd love to speak with you. You can reach out to me right on this platform if you're listening on LinkedIn, on Facebook. If you are wanting to reach out to me directly, you can go to my website, mindremappingacademy.com, and you can schedule a complimentary consultation with me so that we can talk about all the ways that we might be able to work together.